Good evening. How's everyone doing? So thanks for having us. And really thank you so much for all of the support that we've gotten from this community over the last few years. In 2016, I came here and I was less sure of myself. I don't know, maybe I'm more unsure of myself. Maybe I was more sure of myself back then in what I was about to do when I decided to buy a building on 4th Street and open the Troy Innovation Garage, a co-working space. Looking through some of the photos from that event, I saw pictures of familiar faces, people who became our members. So some of our first members of Troy Innovation Garage, we met here in 2016. So I can't say thank you enough to this community. And actually the folks we met here that night, it's a company called Inspect Point, a software as a service company, who's also hiring, and they were just named by CEG as the startup star in the capital region. So they're a member of Troy Innovation Garage, and we met them at Startup Tech Valley. So it's a really good success story. So I wanted to come here tonight and talk to you about my next project. At the end of this presentation, really what I'm coming here to talk about is not so much the co-working space I'm building in Albany, but I think I'm at a point where I need help. And the help that I'm going to ask for is, I've decided that after doing public relations for 12 years and then starting this co-working space, that I want to spend the next, I'm 43 years old, and the next 10 years of my life building co-working spaces in the region and outside the region. So I'm at a point where I need to build a team. And so if you take anything away from tonight, it's that I'm looking for advisors, I'm looking for business partners, I'm working on some plans right now. I have some folks working with me to develop my pitch deck, and it's something that hopefully I can come back and talk more specifically about. Okay, how do we open 20 of these? Because life is really good. Life at the Troy Innovation Garage, I've never done anything more fun. So when people say to me, explain the Troy Innovation Garage, what is it? It's really hard, right? It's like explaining why you love a piece of art. Right? It's very complex. There's a lot of reasons why you love something like that. I guess the best example that someone told me today was, it's explain your favorite restaurant to someone. You know, why do you love it? Right? You love it because the food is great, or you got to know the chef, or the service is amazing, the ambiance, the feel of it, right? And so that's really what we're doing, and what Nicole's doing as a community manager in Troy. It's a place, right? I've met so many new people, right, and connected to so many really interesting people. People doing so many cool and amazing things, and they just walk in the door every day, right? So I don't have to go anywhere to meet them; they come, and we hang out, we have coffee, and we have little conversations. And I was thinking about, what's a success story at Troy Innovation Garage? We have cool companies. They're raising venture money, they're winning awards, they're growing, they're scaling, we're kicking them out of the garage when we get to a certain point. We've done that a few times. But really, the success to me was Monday morning I come in and have a conversation with a member, just let's talk about our weekend. Right? Because they were working out of their house. I once worked out of my home. I know what that feels like, and that's really what it's all about. Now, we've also worked it out financially so that it's successful. We have room at Troy Innovation Garage for 150, 160 members. We're at 115 right now. And that's really almost inventing a category in the capital region, right? People didn't know what co-working is. A lot of people still don't know. We're the evangelists for what is co-working. It's an option, you can do it. And so we're doing really well. So I decided I want to do another space. And I want to do other innovation garages. But to me, the opportunity in Albany was just, it's too good. It's too good to pass up. Because it's the biggest economy. It's the biggest economy in the region. It's a no-brainer. I worked in politics before I started my public relations firm. I worked at the Capitol when I was a 20-something-year-old staffer. I get life in Albany. I understand it. The real estate market in downtown Albany is really dull, right? It's 1987 still, and we're really doing something different, and what I think is disruptive. when I started the Trainnovation Garage, we didn't have a target audience list. We didn't have a database. Zero. I just built it. I was like, well, I know a lot of people will figure it out. Today, after 2 years, maybe we have about 1,000 people on our database. In Albany, we built a database of 4,500 people before we even started marketing, because the audience is there. That's the view from the co-working space. I mean, it's location. You're right across the street from the Capitol. So the space I'm taking, I don't own the building like I do in Troy. I'm renting 10,000 square feet, and we're building a really cool space there. This is the whys, right? Where? I just did this road trip. I went, I drove out to Chicago and I stopped at every city in between. I think the Northeastern United States, there's tons of opportunities. And that's what I want to spend my time doing over the next few years. It's a $1.5 million investment. It's probably $500,000 up front by me, which is why eventually I'm going to need help, because I bootstrapped this and I funded it all myself and have some really good banking partners. Pioneer's been amazing. And I want to have Nicole talk about the what and the target audience, who we are, and what's it like.
Sure, so I'm the community manager over at the Trainnovation Garage. So it's a similar concept, co-working, it's a place to connect, it's a place to call yours, it's not the confinements of your own home or floor of Dunkin' Donuts in Albany. So for Troy, our target audience is mostly creatives, web designers, whatnot, startups, small businesses, remote workers. I mean, Albany is the state capital. You guys didn't know that, by the way. So lots of people come in, need a space to work, need a space to connect. So again, there's familiar faces, there's someone there to greet you. It's a hassle-free, hospitality-oriented space. Everything's taken care of for you. As far as the resources, fiber optic Wi-Fi, coffee, beer, everything you could ever imagine, conference rooms, meeting spaces, and just, if nothing else, a network of really great connected people, in addition to a physical, impressive space to call your own. We also will have some events and programs, lunch and learns, some really unique, disruptive ways to get involved and make a difference and be successful, more or less.
So just to wrap it up, where we are right now is we started construction. They started framing the walls this week. We're working with 3D architects. They're a Troy-based architectural firm. They do amazing work. Pike Construction's a contractor. That's our rendering. As Nicole said, here's the membership. So we're looking for members. So tonight, our schedule is construction now, soft opening August, be open September 1. And what we need help with is we need influential people like you, connected people like you to help us spread the word. We're looking for any feedback, early adopters, ideas for programming suggestions. We've already started doing some programs. And really, like I said, as you leave here tonight, thinking about how can you know someone that can work with me, help me build 20 of these around the Northeast. It's really what I'm looking for. So thank you. Without taking any questions, sorry I went a little.
Good time. Good time.
So we have time for 2 questions.
I'm interested in what kind of events you think you guys are going to hold, considering you definitely push through a political kind of theme here. The building is full of lobbyists and right by the Capitol. So I think we geared more politically and sort of debates and things like that, or what kind of events are you envisioning?
Good questions about what types of events and programs do we think we would do. So specifically, this is obviously a politically themed space, Blue Moose Club, taken Teddy Roosevelt inspired space. It's different than the garage, right? Garage creative economy. So the events that we're going to do are geared towards a political class, right? So we've had a few events already. So we did an event where we had the mayor of Syracuse and the state senator come talking about why Democrats and Republicans should work together. We had a book signing with former Congressman Chris Gibson talking about his book and his national experience. So I think that the programming is more along the governmental policy side of things.
Yeah, potentially disrupting maybe everybody over at the Fort Orange, pulling people over to this space. state?
Yeah, our average age of a member is 35 years old. So, and I think that I think there's just a class of people that will never be a member of the Fort Orange Club, or that they don't need to be that. We're not a club in that, you know, we don't have restaurant facilities and we don't have, you know, the typical club things. We're a modern day spin on it.
Sure.
One more question.
How can people reach you?
So you can come to 4th Street anytime. We're open 8 to 8 Monday through Friday. That's the best way. Come in and see us. You can also email Nicole or I, or give us a call. That's the easiest way.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.